your preferred wholesome radio. Here we bring you wholesome content, that is suitable for every single member of your family. Wells Radio is located along Alafin Avenue, Uliole Estate, Ibadan. And that's where we're doing broadcast. That's where we're broadcasting from. We invite you to do business with us. Are you a small or medium scale enterprise owner? That's a small business, or do you offer services? Whatever it is, we're here to do business with you. We can help you find your desired clients, your desired customers, your target audience. We can help you get them because we're the number one family radio in the whole of Oyo State. So if you're targeting any part of the family, any member of the family, then you should come to the Wales Broadcasting House and let's do business with you. Also, if you cannot come, you can send us a WhatsApp message to 0915 4999 893. Alternatively, you can also send us an email to realwellsradio@gmail.com. realwellsradio@gmail.com. Or you can interact with us via any of our social media platforms. We're on X, Instagram, TikTok at Wells Radio 893, and we are on Facebook at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. Once again, welcome and good morning. My name is Bolanle Oduekun-Ayoola. This is Perspectives Unlimited, where we take a look at headlines and stories making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria. Good morning and welcome. It's glad to have you on the show. This morning, we'll be taking a look at headlines. I have the Punch newspaper, the Daily Trust newspaper, and the Guardian newspaper front pages with me here. And let's start from the Punch. The lead headline says, Chairmanship, PDP consensus deal shatters as Lamido rejects Turaki. Tension ahead of convention. Screening postponed indefinitely. Lamido heads to court. Turaki advances bid. That's the reason on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Doctors mobilized for Friday strike amidst 38 billion naira unpaid allowances. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. More headlines. Natasha broke penal code in attacks on Akpabio and Bello. That's from the AGF, and that's the reason on page 9. Tinubu Obasanjo leads dignitaries to honor late Christopher Kolade. That's on page 8. More headlines on the Punch. Insecurity. Tinubu presses new service chiefs for immediate action. We saw a video of them, going to see President Tinubu yesterday, and it's in pictures right here. We have the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Major General Emmanuel Unudin Deye, Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Luyede. We also have the Major General Waidi Shaibu, Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Julie Abbas, Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sunday Aneke, and the President, of course, during the President's audience with the new service chiefs at the Presidential Villa yesterday. Hardship, Akpabio, Yuwat that challenged Nigerians to monitor governors. That's on page 6. Collapsed Lagos building occupants ignored distress signs, says residents. That's on page 5. Terrorism, judge begs Kano in God's name to consult lawyers. That's the reason on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. That and many more you will talk about this morning. On the front page of the Daily Trust, PDP chairmanship and being shut out, says Sule Lamido. That's on the front page, continued on pages 3 and 4. 10 herders killed, over 80 bandits neutralized in Kebbi. Protests in Cameroon as Biya secures 8th term. Why $120 billion hydrocarbon resources not benefiting Africa? That's on page 23 of the Daily Trust newspaper. No case to answer, Nnamdi Kanu tells court. You can find out on page 5. How Ekiti governor clinched APC return ticket. That's on page 13 of the Daily Trust newspaper. On the front page of the Guardian newspaper, Nigerian international travelers to pay extra $11.05 charge per ticket from December 1st. That's on page 6. More headlines. NERD insists on November 1 strike, claims health workers owed 38 billion naira in 2 years. That's on page 3. ADC accuses Tinubu's government of manipulating food prices for political gains. That's on page 3. Bandits impose 15 million naira levy on Tambowal's constituents, threaten fresh attacks. That's on page 30. That's about it. Okay, commissioner not wearing Tinubu's signature cap will be suspended, says Edo APC chair. That's on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. These and many more we'll discuss on Perspectives Unlimited. Our analyst is here, Mr. Chukemi Kabinachi. So good morning to you.
Good morning, Bola.
How do you do?
I am fine.
Right. When it comes to civil service in Nigeria, is there any form of dress code? I asked this because last week we heard about a governor who said that any, commissioner who is not wearing the cap with the infinity logo, which is the trademark of the president, would be fined. And we're seeing that being reiterated again this morning on the Guardian newspaper with the headline, commissioner not wearing Tinubu's signature cap will be suspended, says Edo APC chair.
Well, what we are looking at is, when you have hollow men all over the place, they don't get involved in things that will actually change the narrative of the people. They major on the minor and the minor on the major. There is no relationship between cap and service delivery. But because these people are very empty, they don't know what to do, they believe that by coming up with bizarre recommendations, it will, it's not their fault, because Nigerians are fed with illusions. When we are fed with illusions, we lose our senses, we cannot make the right choices. And this thing we are calling democracy we are practicing here, if truly Nigeria is a democratic country where elections are not won in the courtroom, where elections are won in the polling booth, do you think this kind of characters will be in position of power? They won't. So it is because we are making mockery of democracy. What we are practicing is hybrid, where elections are won in the courtrooms, not on the polling booth. Not at the polling booth. That's why we have characters coming up with all manner, because they are not, the people didn't put them there. It's a court. You understand? So that's why I keep telling people that when we are ready for democracy, we know what to do. So when you hear this kind of things coming up, you shouldn't be bothered, except you are not even thinking right. Because how did they come to power? Is it through the vote? No, through the court. And that's why I keep saying that unless the people at the polling booth determines their leader, we don't have democracy. Democracy where it is the court that determines who won an election is not democracy. Vote me anywhere, anytime. It's not.
All right, thank you so much for that. In Nigeria civil service, there is no form of dress code. And this is infringing on the rights of people, telling them to dress in a certain way.
You are talking about, do we even have right in Nigeria? The only right Nigerians have is the right.
We have rights according
Which right
to the
do we have?
Constitution.
Tell me the rights that are working.
You're here and you're speaking freely.
So I'm not supposed to speak.
That's what I'm saying. It's the right to expression.
It is God-given right, not the government that gave me the right to speak. I have mouth, I must talk. Government didn't create my mouth, so I have the right to talk. Look, God even said, speak into my ear as you have spoken, so shall I do. So he told me to speak. So I'm speaking. It's not government that gave me the right to speak. They didn't create my mouth. So I have right to speak. They didn't dash me the power to speak. God gave me the ability to speak, and I will be speaking.
All right.
So the reason why you are saying dress code, that's why I keep saying, they don't know what, look at what is happening in Anambra State. Look at a governor. That's why this man is a professor. And when you hear him talk, some people said, if this is all it takes to be, I won't go to school. Because you see him talking like somebody that, what's wrong with this person? And look at what he has come up with. Every word that gives him vote, he will give them 1 million naira. Is that not vote buying? And these are the human beings that we call our leaders. Is that what is it? Is an acid test for this man, this new INEC chair, Amopito, is a real acid test for him. Nigerians are waiting to know whether this man in Anambra State will not be disqualified. For already, and the center is watching. They will definitely adopt that kind of method. That every word that and there is money. You know, we have removed all subsidy. Governors have money. That's why they want to wait. Now let me finish.
Let's move on, Chukwuemeka.
These people are funny people.
Let's move on to what's happening in the
they are very
PDP at
funny.
the moment.
They are very funny set of human beings.
Barely weeks to its national convention, some fresh cracks have emerged in the PDP as former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido rejected the endorsement of Tanimo Turaki SAN as the party's consensus chairman consensus candidate for national chairman. And the disagreement has thrown the party into fresh tensions and set the stage for a courtroom battle. This is because Lamido is saying, you know what, I may just, go to court. And we'll also hear that in different parts of the country and in Abuja, it's been difficult for some candidates to get their forms. I was watching TV yesterday night and the candidate said, well, I went to the secretariat and it was closed and I couldn't get, the forms. Whereas my opposition has even submitted. And there was a video shown of the opposition who said, oh, well, he's the one that knows where he went to get the form. All I know is that I've gotten my form and I've submitted it.
Okay.
Shouldn't democracy be practiced first and foremost within the party system?
Wait, now, this why you hear them the campaign defecting from one party to the other, because there's no system. Now, these kind of fraudulent people who will hide even nomination form from even their own members, and when they come to power, Bola, you will expect these people to give you service delivery. That's why I don't know why Nigerians are so much, they are so much so gullible that this man, look, a man who has no clothes on him and is promising to clothe you. What do you expect? This man is bereft of integrity, bereft of everything that makes human being, and is promising to give you the best. And you still believe such a man, something is wrong with your brain. Ordinary form, if of a party, they are hiding it. Now somebody has to go to somewhere, and somebody has to bring here, I have got my own, I don't know where you went to. And you expect such individuals. Our democracy is a mockery. And you know why? It has become a play field for charlatans. Honestly speaking, this country needs rejigging. The way I am looking at things, Nigeria is going nowhere with this kind of thing we are practicing. It's not going to help us because we are not bringing the best. Okay, look, in a situation where there's no internal democracy in the party, there's no internal democracy. Whoever comes with money, you buy over the party. You hear of consensus candidate. Consensus candidate to me is evil because it's an enthronement of personal absolutism, which is an anathema in the political arrangement. In democratic arrangement.
Why do you
I'm saying
say
so.
this?
Yes, there must be a level playing field for people to contest before somebody will come out and say, okay.
Let me give you an example.
Give me an example.
For Ekiti State, for example, the current governor, the sitting governor, Governor Ibanji, at their, I guess where delegates were supposed to vote, and he and another person, a woman,
delegates voted for him,
and for some reasons not known to us, she decided to step down and not contest again. And then he was voted for. He was given consensus candidacy.
Forget about people are poor. My people have a proverb that when you see a man taking a pregnant goat to the market, I want you to understand that the problem at home is more pregnant than the goat. My people say when you see something that is greater than the ban of yam, we sell the ban. When you give people something that mouth-watering things they don't expect in their life, they can even tell you to take their name. Look, Bola, poverty, the level of poverty, do you know that the stabilizing factor of every society is the middle class? Where are they today? They have been taken off. They are the stabilizing factor of every human society. They are no more. The level of poverty in Nigeria is endemic. There is nobody. Why do you think people are opening political parties all over the place? It's not because they want to help the people. They want to collect the money that is there. Because the state will sponsor when you are registered. Look, but this thing is transactional. It is never transformational. Our politics.
So you're saying that anywhere we're hearing about consensus candidates,
forget about it. A lot of things have gone under the bridge, but they will not come and tell you that I stepped down because of this. They won't tell you that, but they say that because of this. Democracy is about level playing field. Everybody will come. people will have a choice. But whereby an individual comes and enthrones himself.
Stepping down is also a choice.
I'm coming, Bola. In this scenario, Bola, if you are a journalist, go and make inquiries. You will discover that water has passed under the bridge. Personal absolutism. That is what a consensus candidate means. Is it because, go and ask some of the people. Even in those parties where they have consensus candidates, there is a rumble in the jungle because some of them are not happy that they were sidelined. That's why you are talking of Turaki and Lamido now. You are talking of what is called in a democracy. Everybody look. When we started this democracy, people have playing fields. You come. Where are even the manifesto? Where is the ideology of the parties? What do you stand for? Nothing. Many of them stand for nothing. I remember I followed my mother to a political party in 1979, a rally. People were asking questions. The man stood at the podium. There was no band. They didn't bring any Fuji that people will dance and forget what they are there to do. People were asking questions. And that time it was even the kind of microphone where the wire will be so long. They ask you to come to the podium and ask you a question. My mother asked a question. You understand? And I was there with her. So people ask questions because the man has a paper, what he wants to do for the people. And people were taking notes. This is the promise you made. Today, how many of these people that you call leaders, what promise have they made to you? What have they told you they will do? What have they told you? If Saludo has performed as a governor for 4 years, will he be promising people as a 1 million for any word? Because the scorecard will show that this is what I've done for you. Then on the strength of what you have done, people will vote for you. Then why are you promising them money?
Thank you so much. In a statement on Monday, the chairman of the National Convention Organizing Committee and Governor of Adamawa State, Amadu Marufintiri, announced the postponement of the screening. He said a new day will be communicated. So apparently the screening of aspirants for the 2025 elective national convention that was scheduled for today, they said due to unforeseen circumstances, it has been put on hold. So I think the question for me here is that, do you believe, as many Nigerians have said, that PDP has lost its grip?
PDP is gone. We are just all these things we are seeing is gone. It's not Nigerians are not looking up to PDP. Honestly speaking, if you ask me, many people are tired. PDP had promises, and their problem started a long time ago. With all the shenanigans and everything, and all the fifth columnists in PDP destroyed the party. And the party, even as it is right now, is a shadow of. I wonder what will happen in Oyo State.
I was going to ask you that. What are your expectations for the national convention that is built to hold in Ibadan next month?
It's going to be skeletal. It's going to be a gathering of people who have lost steam. Because look, there is something that look at the formation of PDP. Do you know the founding fathers? Chief Alex Ekweme. A lot of founding fathers of PDP. Go and check how they started the party. Go and check the mechanism. Go and check the dynamics of that party in the years gone by. Go and check what PDP stood for and compare to it today. What is PDP all about? Crisis, nomination, forgery of a certificate. This one, the secretary said that he didn't append the signature. Oh, you appended your signature. You didn't. You just imagine. And the worst of all is that Nigerians look up to this. Look, Bola, I grew up in a village. My father was almost like, we don't have king, but my father was the oldest then. And they brought up an issue. And the village people gathered. It's not like that everybody will gather. And they were asking questions. And there was one man there. He had money then. I was in primary school. And there was another man, a headmaster. The headmaster didn't have money. Is it Bentley? There was one kind of machine they called Bentley that time. You understand? And we are looking for a representative, somebody that will go and represent us we had a communal problem with another community. And the big man was thinking that he was the one that people will choose. Do you know at the end of the day, because he was fraudulent and people don't like him and everything, with all his money, they didn't choose him. They chose the headmaster that didn't even have anything. And the man came back with result. If we can, Nigerians today, we are in a situation where it is the highest bidder because we have lost our values. There's no value of integrity. There is no value of honesty. That's why we have leaders who are not transparent with us. A system where leaders have unfettered the access to the Commonwealth without accountability, do you expect such leaders to be honest?
Let me ask you, moving back to the PDP issue, do you think that the current crisis rocking the PDP may make way for the ADC?
The ADC is already waiting in the wing, and PDP is already if what is happening in PDP in that now is, you know why it is happening? If there is an internal democracy in some of these parties, some of the people that created this problem would have sent away, but they didn't send them away. They kept them because there's no law there. It's the all commerce affair. You come. Ogriwa. As Yorubas used to say it. You understand? Everybody come. You come. Bring your own. I bring my own. There is no internal cohesion within the PDP. There are sanctions in political parties. There are some lines you cannot cross. But
they have their rules and
their rules and regulations. A house where there's no rule is chaotic. That's why we don't have political parties. Anybody can come up and say one thing because you can't. In a party where you bring your money, I bring my own. Nobody will come with strange money to buy over everybody. When they bring that money, who are you to talk again? They have shut you up.
So you're saying that they need to revive their internal democracy?
There is need for revival of internal democracy in all of our political parties. That's why if you go and check political parties in South Africa, go and check political parties in Kenya, I have studied some of them. There is cohesion, there is rule and law. Even if you're a big man, when you come there, you obey. The party is above you. But in Nigeria, individuals are above their party. That is the lacuna.
All right. If you're just joining us, it's Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. We're taking a look at headlines and stories making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria this morning. Once it's 7 o'clock, we'll take a short break. But before we take that break, I'll take the story and then we'll come back to talk about it. The leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, took over his own defense last week. He was actually supposed to open his defense on last week Thursday, and then subsequently Friday as well. But he did say that he hadn't been granted access to some of the papers. If you've not been following this story, apparently after his lawyer was arrested, well, not his lawyer, a member of his defense team, yes, Alo Ejimako, was arrested during the rally to free Nnamdi Kanu on last week Monday. After the man was arrested and taken to Kuje, Nnamdi Kanu then said he was going to take over his own defense. And yesterday, we also heard, we heard so many things that he had put down the names of witnesses, yes, calling people like the Lagos State Governor, the FCT Minister, and so on and so forth. But we're also now hearing that he has abandoned an earlier plan to call witnesses in his ongoing trial for alleged terrorism offenses. He told the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday that he had realized that there was no valid charge against him. He maintained that the evidence led so far had not established a case against him that required him to enter a defense. The judge was obviously exasperated, and the judge resorted to begging the defendants in the name of God Almighty to consult properly before proceeding to defend himself.
Well, the issue of self-defense, I have seen it where a lot of people have defended themselves. Mandela defended himself. A lot of people have defended themselves in the court of law. The issue is this: Nigeria is on trial. Kanu is on trial because the world is watching. You kidnapped a man from Kenya.
When you say kidnapped,
yes,
is that the word?
Kenya government.
Is that the word? Wasn't he extradited?
Wait, Kenya said they didn't have a hand in it. Yes, he said they didn't have a hand in it and brought him here. You charge him for terrorism. He has been in detention for how many years? Is that law? Is that justice? So even if they convict him right now, how many years is he going to stay? The world is watching us. Yes, and we are dancing this skelewu in the courtroom, and don't forget that. Well, I don't want to say so much about this because the case is in court. That's why I am so limited.
It is.
I'm so limited in what I'm saying.
Now the judge has said that I'll take in the judge's words. He said, "I know you are educated, but you're not a lawyer. You need to consult experts in the field. Please make adequate consultations. This is not economics. This is criminal prosecution. Please, my brother, make adequate consultations. Criminal cases are not like other cases." I took the opportunity to explain to the defendant because he is not a lawyer. The court has adjourned again, and we'll see what happens with that. We'll take a short break on Perspectives Unlimited, and when we come back, we'll continue to take a look at headlines and stories making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas!
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Christmas is almost here, and Wells Radio 89.3 FM is bringing the joy closer to you. It's the Father Christmas Fiesta 2025.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Happening live on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of December 2025. It's 3 days of joy, fun, and family moment that every child will remember. We are calling on churches, NGOs, schools, brands, and kind-hearted individuals to partner, sponsor, and spread the joy of Christmas to families across Ibadan and Oyo State. Let's make Christmas brighter together. For sponsorship and partnership, call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Sam on 0813 746 5878. Ayo on 0706 840 7359. Wells Radio 89.3 FM, celebrating Christmas the family way.
Now the ground is white, so grow it while you're young.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on these websites: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on
They said I should stay outside the booth. Play it safe. But fashion does not play by the rules. So I stepped in.
509-3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go! Hey there! Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, studio time check says it's 7 minutes past 7 a.m. Yeah, you're welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. It's still Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. We've been taking a look at headlines making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria this morning. And so far, we've talked about the ongoing crisis in the PDP. I've also talked about the words from a particular commissioner saying that those who don't wear the Tinubu cap, do we call it the Tinubu cap?
No, it's Tinubu cap. Is it a cap?
I mean, that design has been it has been around for years.
No, I saw it on him. I have not seen it. It's not your cap. It's Tinubu cap.
All right. We also, talked about Nnamdi Kanu, who, in trying to represent himself yesterday, said, well, he doesn't even need to represent himself because there's no valid reason for him, to be charged, saying that the charges are unlawful. We do hope that he gets proper representation, because as the judge has said, it's a criminal case, which is different from, especially given the sensitivity of the charges against him. It's a terrorism, they're terrorism charges. And but one might even also argue that since 2021, he has had a legal team, an extensive legal team representing him, and it has all come to naught. So why again is the judge saying he should consult a lawyer? But let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, madam. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Aderonke from.
It's been a while, Aderonke. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Let's have your contribution.
Yeah, concerning PDP, but at this time, PDP is like to stop their crisis. When are they going to stop all these internal crisis in their party? Since they are not even ready.
Hello?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It seems they are not ready to govern the country, because if they are ready, they have to have solved their internal crisis by this time. So I'll just urge them that whatever differences they're having in the party, they should put it aside and try to settle it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Aderonke, for your contribution this morning. I was actually about to put out the phone lines. You can be a part of the conversation this morning. 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 4893. And 0911 3333 893. I'll take the numbers again. 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 4893, and 0911 3333 893. These are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation this morning. We definitely will enjoy to have your contributions on the show. Let's move on to more stories this morning. Now, the ADC, that's the African Democratic Congress, has accused President Bolanle Tinubu-led administration of weaponizing hunger, destroying local production, and manipulating food prices for political mileage. They also criticized the current administration's claims of increased local food production as dishonest, stressing that many farmers, especially in the northern part of the country, have been displaced by banditry. While this, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
My brother there, yeah.
Good
John
morning.
Okra.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, calling from Ibadan here.
Your name, sir?
John Okra.
John.
Oh, all right. You're welcome, Mr. John. Let's have your contribution.
Yes, PDP crisis. We have to go to the root of defection. What will make you to defect from where you are? That is the root problem. And the reason is this. When you are dubious, when you have criminal-minded, when you embezzle the money, you will like to run to the platform that will cover you. Oshomole say it. But when you are sincere, you are righteous, nothing will move you from your party to another party. So the reason why for PDP crisis is because of selfish interest and the dubious-minded, criminal-minded, embezzle of money, like the former governor of Delta State. That's the reason why he ran to APC. And Oshomole say it. Come to our party, their sin will be forgiven. Until we remove greediness in our life, there is nothing we can do here that will succeed. Now, good morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. John Okara, for your contributions this morning. Until we remove greediness from the scene, he says nothing will be done. All right. Keep the calls coming. 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 4893, and 0911 3333 893. Now, the ADC is accusing the current government of manipulating food prices for political mileage. The National Publicity Secretary, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, questioned the rationale behind hoarding imported food. 1 million go hungry. They called it a deliberate weaponization of poverty for political gains. They urged the complete overhaul of the country's agricultural strategy, calling for policies that protect local production, stabilize food prices, safeguard farmers' lives, and pursue long-term food sovereignty. Chukwemeka, the government has actually been using the narrative of the fact that food prices have dropped. Is this true?
It's not true.
Why do you say so?
Oh, yes, I will tell you why I said so. Check. We know that some of the food we have in this country, they come from particular. Not that other people are not farming. Go to Benue. How is Benue State? Every now and then you hear people being killed in Benue State. Go to Taraba. Go to Plateau. Go to Sokoto. Sokoto, they have even levied the constituency where Tambuwal come from, that unless they pay 15 million, they will invade. Go to all the northern states. Tell me which of the states are free from banditry and terrorism. And where will are the farmers? Are they farming in the air? Or are they farming in their bedroom? So it's illogical for you to come out and say that food prices have dropped. When we know that where these food are, where the foods are coming from, people are not going to farm. Even down here in the southwest, what we have here is produce theft. Where people are even produce, that's what we have here. You understand? And a lot of people are afraid of going to the farm. That's why I keep saying that unless we address the problem of insecurity, we will continue to have food problem. If you don't address it, and I have asked this question severally, this administration, what is their blueprint to fight insurgency? Because I remember at the inception of this administration, 50 billion was given to Northeast. They say to fight insurgency. Where is the money? We have been every day you hear troops neutralize 80 bandits, troops neutralized on pages. Are they truly neutralized? If they are neutralized, why can't farmers go to farm? You understand? So we have crisis on our hand, and the country that cannot feed its citizens is not independent. Bola, that's why I keep telling people, if you cannot feed your community, at least feed yourself. Go into urban farming. You can do that. And a lot of people are doing that for themselves. Go into urban farming. Anyway, I went to Kaduna sometime last year. I was shocked that there's no available every space. You see people farming. They don't go to the bigger farm, but they farm around themselves. You understand? So there is we have food insecurity in Nigeria, and it's a serious one. So, and you don't forget that poverty has been weaponized. That is why a governor is telling people that when you vote for my party, I will give you people 1 million. Do you know the problem that thing will create? People will now begin to go to house to know those who have their PVC and those who don't have, so that they will know how to share the money.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, the beautiful Edo woman.
Good morning to you, Mr. Mario.
Mario, calling from Apata.
You're welcome.
Please, I want to advise you against what Chikemika is saying this morning. He said, I want to quote him now. He said you should go to Sokoto, go to this place. Please don't go there for your own safety. But the thing is, what he's saying is that is actually right. They are clamoring that the food prices has gone down, gone down. But the thing is that it is obvious that, of course, you can have some food prices that are crashing down. Like the bag of rice now, I think to a larger extent, it's crashing down. But that is not what we want. When Jonathan was there, how much was bag of rice? Bag of rice then was 6,500 naira, if I'm not mistaken. When Buhari was there, how much was bag of rice? I think it was around his first tenure in 2015. It was around 18,000 or thereabouts. And how much is the bag of rice now? How much is the exchange rate now? So the thing is that during this present regime, things have gone gaga. Things have really gone higher. The standard of living has really gone higher. And if they are telling us that the price of food and services has crashed down, of course, it is not them that will tell us that the thing has crashed. It is we. Because there are not many of them who go to the market to buy food stuff in their various homes. No, they are cooks, they are stewards, does that for them. So they cannot be telling us what we knew better. So that is that. And on the issue of Akpabio, telling us that we should hold our governors accountable. That
we're actually just going to come to that, but please go ahead.
Okay, let me talk on it. Now, I think to the best of my knowledge, the question I want to ask Akpabio is that, Your Excellency, Mr. Akpabio, how many of us have an access to go to our governor's lodge or to go to the secretariat to visit our governor and tell him the plight of we Nigerians? Even before we leave our various destination, we would have been tear gas. Even if you say we want to gather ourselves to make a peaceful protest, police will call on us. If they arrested, look at what happened to Shewore. You were asking the other time that what right that Nigeria has and Chukemika was telling that he has his own mouth, he has the right to talk. But the thing is that we don't have rights in this country. You cannot claim your right in this country. If you gather now that you want to make a peaceful protest, you'll be rounded up by the police and you'll be arrested. And within 24 hours, you'll be in the court, and you have like millions of thousands of naira to bail yourself out. So what are you saying this morning? It is not the purview of we Nigerians to tell our governors to do the meeting. Even the
whose job is that?
It is our duty, but we don't have the wherewithal, we don't have the capacity to confront our governor. How do we get there? How do we get to where he's saying? How do we get to his lodge? Okay, let's say now that the governor is coming to you, it's not considered FM as a guest on one of your radio programs. And we say, okay, let's converge and tell our governor. The security here do not even allow us, do not even give us the listening ears once they knew that we are coming there to make a peaceful protest. So that's the point you are making. I think the honor lies in the purview of the federal government to make maybe a law or to make whatever that will make that will compel the governor to do the needful for their various citizens in their various states. That's how you can have an headway. But if you want to say you want to gather in our own small number to see the governor, I think that would not be not like today. That's the point I'm making.
Thank you so much, Mr.
The prayer I want to pray for Nigeria is that God bless Nigeria. Amen. God bless It's Not Considered FM. God bless your state. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mario. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning
to you, calling from our place. Let us make it sure because of others that are on the line.
All right, definitely.
According to the statement by Senator Senate President and the APC National Chairman, I see it that they are right, but in another direction, they are also shifting the economic disaster by demonizing the governor because the figure of Mr. President. Because my question is, when they say we should hold the governors accountable for president failure, most of these governors you are talking about, they are from APC party. So majority governor we have today is from APC, which means APC is trying to fool in Nigerians. But those governors, they said we should hold accountable. My question is, are they one in charge of economic policy, fiscal policy, inflation of the dollar against Nigeria currency? So they need to tell us, because according to the Nigeria sharing formula, federal government take 52.68%. That means we need to take federal government accountable as well. That's my own submission. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sheriff, for your contribution this morning. The phone lines are still open: 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 893, and 0911 3333 893. These are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation this morning. We're taking a look at more headlines. I was actually coming to the talk by the Mr. Akpabio, yes, to say that Nigerians should Nigerians should monitor the governors. Apparently, they spoke on Monday at events, and they said that Nigerians should take a look at what the governors are doing now. Yowatda said, and I quote, "No governor in Nigeria collects less than 3 times, up to 4 times what they used to collect before." Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is George. I'm calling from Oduekun-Ayoola.
You're welcome, Mr. George. How are you doing this morning?
Thank God.
All right, so let's have your contribution.
I don't know why they are asking us to go and hold the governors accountable. When you send somebody a message or you give somebody money to perform certain functions, the person is reporting to you. You are supposed to be the one to ask him, why am I getting this complaint from where I gave you money to go and work? The government should not tell us to be going to meet governors. They should ask those they are giving money to, because they are saying the governors are having enough money in their hands. They are the ones who are supposed to be. Why are people still complaining under you? Why are they pushing us to the governors? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr.
But do you know the only truth Akpabio has told us is that governors are collecting 3 times more than what?
That was from you, what?
Yes, that's the only truth he has told us. That is why, and if you see the way governors are behaving, you know that they have a lot of money. The one way went to renovate cemetery. Is it not because he has plenty money in his hand? He doesn't know what to do with the money again. He now remember to go to cemetery to begin to renovate. He didn't read it. Another one again in Niger State, Governor Omar Bago. People, tanker fell. We carry tanker that fuel tanker fell. People went to scoop fuel, went to steal fuel. They got burnt. You went and gave them 1 million.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, West Region.
Good morning to you.
All right, good morning, ma'am. My name is Salami. I'm calling from my work.
Oh, Mr. Salami, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Fine, thank you, madam. Good. Thank you. God bless you. You see, for me, I will have a two issues. One, on a public charge to Nigerians to hold our governors accountable. Honestly speaking, I don't even know why our Nigerian leaders keep repeating themselves on the same trajectory of error. Now, it was when Jonathan left power and people blamed him for non-performance. Oduekun-Ayoola came out to say that he advised Jonathan to save part of the oil boom money, but the governors insisted that they must share everything. Now, President Tinubu, instead of him to save part of the money realized from first subsidy removal, at least to even kind of dedicate part of the money for building at least one new refinery for Nigeria. He started sharing everything with the governors. And now he's not asking us to go and meet the governors. Is it me or you or any media for you say that will go to the government and say, okay, come and give me an account of how you are spending your money? Come on. Honestly speaking, I mean, this is beyond us. It's the president himself that didn't have enough spending plan for the windfall he saved from the from the first subsidy removal. If he had planned it very well, probably he could have, government could have been any higher than what they are earning before, but certainly not what they are earning now. They are earning too much, really. But I mean, our Nigerian leaders in their characteristic manner, they see it as a windfall. So they are eating everything. That's why they are busy advancing everywhere with money, buying more juice and is well. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for your contribution this morning. All right. It's Two Perspectives Unlimited. We're taking a look at headlines and stories making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria this morning.
Bola, I was saying something before that call came in. Let me tell you something, Bola. Asking citizens to monitor the governors with a drone or with what? Let me tell you something. They know what they are doing. We can't monitor anybody. Yeah, you can pick.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you,
This
sir.
is Ade from Ibadan.
You're welcome, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to comment on what the Senate President said, that the governors should people should hold their governors accountable.
Yeah.
Akpabio was governor for 8 years. Who held him accountable? When he built a stadium and named it after himself. As Senate President, who held him accountable over Natasha's issue and other matters? So I don't think that is a statement that you have come from today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So that's the hypocrisy of the highest order. You understand? You can't hold elected representatives accountable in Nigeria the way it is structured because we don't have a strong institution. We don't have. You can only hold people accountable when there are strong institutions, corruption-free institutions, where you know you are a leader and you cannot be misbehave without that institution coming to you. Who will hold elected representative accountable in Nigeria where the politicians are the one who put you in the office? Who are you going to hold accountable? We are talking of the president not appointing EFCC chairman. We are talking of the president not appointing INEC chairman. We give a lot of powers to the president of Nigeria. When you appoint somebody, who will that person be accountable to? In a Senate climb where things are done normally, there are institutions. Do you know that Israel doesn't have a constitution? It's the Supreme Court. They can remove you at any time. But Nigeria, everything is tied down to an individual. That's why the country is not moving forward. That's why what Abio is saying is just lying from both sides of the mouth. Nigerians cannot hold anybody accountable. If Nigerians will hold the governors accountable, we should start from him. He will tell us what happened between him and Natasha. That is where we start from. So he's just talking because he has in a position to talk. There is no way Nigerians will hold any elected official accountable in this country, in this system. It cannot work.
Well, you can start from somewhere.
Where do we start from?
You can report them to the ICPC.
You report them to ICPC.
Go to the ICPC website, icpc.gov.ng/petition.
Bola, before we go, there was some talks in Lagos State in 2023 prevented some people from voting because they are from a particular ethnic group. When they went to police said, "Can you bring evidence? Show us evidence." What is evidence? And you saw it with your crocodile eyes. Forget about these lies they are telling us. There's no way Nigerians can hold anybody accountable in Nigeria as far as they are in power.
All I'll say is that let us explore this. Let's explore these options.
Which option?
The phone lines are exploding, but we can't take calls anymore.
Which option?
Report to the ICPC if you think that your governor is involved in misappropriation, embezzlement, diversion of funds. If he or she holds a private interest in any contract, agreement, or investment that is connected with their state. Okay. Let's start from there.
You will lead us.
And that's how we wrap up Perspectives Unlimited this morning. Thank you so much, Chukwuemeka.
Thank you for having me.
A big thank you to everyone who called. You've made our day. Don't go away. AM Sports is coming up next with Sir Delere, bringing you the latest, the freshest, and the best stories in the world of sports. My name is Bolanle Oduekun-Ayoola. This is Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
Efile Emma Yukuro, Wells Radio 89.